Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It's almost Christmas and Hanukkah. Oh my God.
And Brian left it, and it matches my suit.
Oh, your mic is live. Thank you. Okay, sit. The Redevelopment Agency meeting of December 18th, 2024 is called to order. The meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2. You could also watch this meeting live on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV on the Go Vegas app. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, can be viewed on the internet at www.kclv.tv/live. These proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m. and also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by a state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits at the back of the chambers out to the mezzanine. Proceed out the double doors to the terrace and down the back staircase. For anyone that has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Street. Employees wearing safety vests or our city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you can complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available in the city clerk's office or at the rear of the chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizens participation, or specified public hearing items. If there is anyone present today that has a need for hearing impaired equipment, please see the city clerk's staff. Please note, if you parked in the parking garage across the street, a self-validation machine is located in the foyer between City Council chambers and the security desk you walked through to enter these chambers. You must have your ticket with you to use the machine. If you do not have your ticket, see security personnel when exiting for a validation coupon. We will now move on to item 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. We will set the time at 1 minute. Thank you. We will now move to item 4. For possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of October 16th, 2024. Mayor Pro Tem, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Move to approve.
Okay, let us vote on the motion. Opposed? Motion carries. Now it's passed. Discussion for possible action regarding a real property purchase and sale agreement and escrow instructions for the purchase of .87 acres of vacant land located at 1431 South Las Vegas Boulevard between Las Vegas Boulevard LLC and the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency for the purchase price of $3,221 for the furtherance of the goals and objectives of the RDA, $3,221 RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area Ward 3. Ms. Diaz, please note this item is related to Council Item number 12. Ms. Babsky, good morning.
Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, City Council members. Dina Babsky, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This morning, we're seeking your approval. Just a moment, technical issues with my slideshow. While it's coming back up, let me tell you a little bit. We're seeking your approval to acquire a parcel on South Las Vegas Boulevard. Here in front of you, you can see the map. The parcel, the lot size is 0.87 acres. Purchase price that we have negotiated with the sellers, $3,221,000. Essentially, it's $84 per square foot, and it is right on the bottom of the range for the current market conditions. The proposed development for the site is going to be the affordable housing for the artists. We're thinking that it's going to be approximately 60 to 70 units after having discussed it with a developer whom I will highlight, or proposed developer, whom I will highlight here shortly. But the idea is that the housing development itself will have the residential units, the gallery space, the maker space where artists can essentially live, work, and play. The proposed developer is ArtSpace, and let me tell you a little bit how we got here. Earlier this year, ArtSpace came out and they did a feasibility study in the Arts District to see if affordable housing for the artists is going to be a fit for our Arts District in downtown. And after they did the study, it resulted in the fact that, yes, we really need affordable housing for the artists. ArtSpace itself, they're a developer. They have been around since 1979. They have active projects in 20 states across the country with over 2,000 active units. So they're very successful. They know what they do. They're a nonprofit. We're very excited to partner with them, but I do want to note that we don't have an executed development agreement with them. This is just something that we're currently working on. I also wanted to mention, because I've been asked yesterday in briefings, how does it work that the housing is going to be limited just for the artists? It's not limited for the artists. The way the affordable housing for the artists works based on their other projects in the country is essentially it works on a preferred waiting list. So when artists apply to live in that space, there's a panel that they go in front of, and then the panel decides and kind of puts them on the preferred waiting list, and then they are allowed based on the law to then go back and pull the leases off of a preferred waiting list. So essentially, if there was no one on the preferred waiting list, then anybody could go and live there. So I just wanted to kind of put that on the record. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions about the acquisition. We're very grateful to the seller. They have been very patient with us over the last few weeks with all of the meetings, changes, and whatnot. So we're grateful. Thank you very much. We appreciate your partnership.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions of Ms. Babsky? Okay. In that case, thank you very much. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Diaz?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and I just wanted to add to the record that this is in response to the community in the Arts District really coming to us as a city saying we need to retain and make sure that artists remain in the Arts District, and this is a way that the city is intentionally helping that cause and that mission, and showing that we are listening and we are hearing and that we're trying to move the areas we're able to move as quickly and expeditiously as possible, but we know development takes time. I was honored to kind of tour an art space development in Colorado, and I was blown away by what they do. And so I'm very excited for this partnership. So I appreciate everyone's support, and with that, I'll move to approve Agenda Item 5.
Okay. Vote on the motion. Post. Motion carries.
Mayor, thank you. Real quick, we do have a correction. The buyer in the agreement states City of Las Vegas, and in fact, it needs to be the Redevelopment Agency, so we would like to enter it into the record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 6, RA 17-2024, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Multifamily Residential Visual Improvement Program, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency and 419 South 13th LLC and 421 South 13th LLC, located at 419 and 421 South 13th Street, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the MFR VIP agreement by the RDA. Note, not to exceed $25,000. RDA Special Revenue Fund. Redevelopment Area, Ward 3, Ms. Diaz. This item is related to Council Item 30. Ms. Babsky.
Good morning again. Dina Babsky, Acting Director, well, not Acting, Director of Economic and Urban Development. Sorry, thank you. So with me here today is the representative for the company, Ms. Felicia Thompson, and I will pass over the mic to her here shortly after I go over the project. So welcome, Felicia. So we're bringing here in front of you is the VIP grant, which is within the guidelines of our multifamily residential program. And as you mentioned, it's not to exceed $25,000. So the project site is located at 419 and 421 South 13th Street. To give you a little bit better understanding of where exactly that is, it's north of Charleston and east of Maryland, and it's right in the heartway of our Gateway District. So the neighborhood where the two existing buildings, which are residential units, there's a total of 8 of them, 7 one-bedroom and 1 two-bedroom unit. They currently exist. They were built in the 1950s, and the owner has done already a lot of work on the properties. The surrounding neighborhood is actually primarily single-use residential, some multifamily, and a little bit of commercial. So if you see at the picture, if you look at the pictures, this is the property in its current state. There's currently no fencing or gates around it. So this grant will help our owner and applicant to put decorative fencing, electric gate, and also some additional landscaping improvements. The owner has, or the representative, Ms. Felicia Thompson, has done 4 or 5 of these projects already, of similar type, in the RDA area in the past. So these are some of the rendering, for some of the visuals from the previous projects and kind of what the vision is for this current application. With that, I would like to pass the mic over to Ms. Felicia Thompson if there are any questions.
Good morning, Felicia Thompson for the record. That is correct. So we do have 8 units in those 2 buildings. Providing security to these tenants is our priority. So this would help do that and keep our good tenants in our building.
Thank you very much and welcome. Does anyone have a question of Ms. Thompson, Ms. Smith? Then in that case, I thank you. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Diaz?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you so much for ensuring that our neighborhoods look their best and the tenants also have a livable, dignified space. So with that, I'm going to move to approve agenda item 6.
All right, do we vote? All right, let us vote on the motion. Post. Motion carries. Agenda item number 7. RA-18-2024, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency and EAE Property LLC owner and Abel Baker Brewing Company, located at 1510 South Main Street, Suite 120, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000. RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area, Ward 3, Ms. Diaz. Please note this item is related to Council Item 31.
And Madam Mayor, I'm going to request an abeyance of agenda item 7. We just want to have a meeting with the owner of Abel Baker and make sure that everything goes smoothly in enacting or adopting or asking my colleagues to support it. So I'm just asking for a little bit more time while we talk through some issues. I appreciate your indulgence.
In that case, let us vote on the motion.
We have a date to abate to.
Do we have a date?
An abeyance to the next RDA that would be possible, which would be January 15th?
Correct.
So to that date.
All right. Please post. Motion carries. Thank you very
you.
much, Ms. Babsey. And I'd like to acknowledge the fact that the governor of the great state of Nevada is in the building and in our audience. Thank you very much, Governor, for joining us this morning. Citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited, and we will limit it to 1 minute. Is there anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Seeing no one, and hearing none, this redevelopment agency is adjourned. We will start our city council meeting at 9 a.m. Thank you so much.